You see this boy Lokiudu, this guy to the compromise. There is nothing you will tell me. In the time of Sky B, now what if I do be this? When he see say many people come they complain about Sky B, all those content creators in Nigeria, all those some bloggers. Say Sky B do then this one, do this one, do that one. I don't know call Lokiudu. The next day Lokiudu came aside. Say Sky B is this, is that. Sky B is addicted to substance, is addicted to this, blah, blah, blah. Different things. He raised Sky B, he forced Sky B. And today, nobody's talking about Sky B. He reached Denilson turn. Denilson Igwe, he did the same thing. He did the same thing. He compromised. This guy, when they talk here now Denilson manager. He was there in that meeting that day. That meeting when Lokiudu say they had with Mark Angel, you know, what they try to do. When Lokiudu say they mention his name for that interview, when they interviewed Denilson, he come out the next day, made a video, try to clarify his name, try to tell the whole world that he's clean, he was trying to help, he spent money, he spent this, he did that. Guys, more than watch this video now, more than hear what Denilson manager talk. This guy was there that day. And not everything when it's up there, not be Lokiudu can talk. Lokiudu came out to only talk the sweet part. The one way no say go favor him. You understand me? Anyways, I don't want to talk too much. More than hear what Denilson manager talk.
My name is Betel Ogundu, and I'm Denilson Igwe's manager. I'm making this video today to clarify some things as regards the ongoing, how would I say it, the ongoing issues between Denilson Igwe and Mackenzie. A lot of things have been flying all over the internet, a lot of things have been said. But the purpose of my making this video is just to clarify a fact, to clarify some of the things Lokiudu said in his video. Basically, he didn't tell lies, but not everything was said the way it is. And one of the striking things, one of the things that made me make this video is the fact he said Denilson was given a blank check by Mackenzie, and all Denilson could say was his house rent. Come on, there were other demands that were made. Let me just start from the aspect of, I think in the post, Lokiudu, in the post you made, the day you posted that tomorrow your video will be up to explain some of the things. You said something like, after sending funds to Denilson, after this and that. Let me clarify right now that the funds you sent to Denilson was 50,000 naira. When you arrived in Enugu and you told Denilson to come and meet you in Enugu, Denilson told you he didn't have transport. You sent him 50,000 naira, and I myself, Betel, I was on my way to Enugu with Denilson. We chartered a cab. We were still on our way when you called Denilson and told him not to come again, that you would be in Port Harcourt. Now, that's one part. It's not like it's just one part of it. And then, in that meeting held, was it 23rd June or thereabout in GRA, Port Harcourt. That meeting started at around 9 p.m. We were there till 12 a.m. on that day. All the pictures you saw of that meeting was taken by me, was taken with my phone. I think it was one or two pictures that was taken with Lucky's phone, and I was still the one that held the camera and took those pictures. So if you see that picture anywhere, anybody posted that picture, it is actually Lucky that released those pictures, because he was the only one I sent those pictures to. Now, to clarify some other things, when you said Denilson was given a blank check and all he could say was his rent, my brother, the thing is this: whenever you ask a man what you want him to do for you, the very first thing is his immediate need. And Lucky would agree with me that was not the only demand we made that day, but the rent was his immediate need. You know, everybody needs shelter, everybody needs clothing, everybody needs food. So he needed shelter, and that was why it was the first thing he said. And some other demands that were made by I and Denilson was, how do we get this thing back up? How do we move? How do we get his channel, his career back on track? Which we now talked about equipment. And after then, there was a follow-up meeting that I had with Denilson and Mr. Perfect in Mackenzie's house, where we discussed on scripts. Even in that meeting, in the meeting we had in GRA, Denilson talked about he will feature Mark in his videos, that he will write scripts and send to Mackenzie for his videos. Yes, that was one of the demands we made that day. So when Mark asked, what do you want me to do for you? He said, rent. First of all, that was a priority, rent, before we said some other things. And there is this doubt that Denilson later had in you because of this. You contacted Denilson. In fact, you confirmed it in your video. Like you do. You contacted Denilson when he went live on his channels. You contacted him, and then all of a sudden, after there was a discussion of him telling his story on your platform, and then after you contacted him today, tomorrow, you yourself you posted a video of you and Mark Angel in Abuja. How do you now trust that somebody that I want to tell story about on your platform, and then it's not even the person now that is posting a video of two of you? It is you, Lucky, that is now posting a video of you and the person. I'll put that video here. The video, you actually recorded yourself. I don't know who recorded you and Mark, but you put it on your story. Yes, you put that video on your story and you gave it a caption. You just had a meeting with Mark-Angel Comedy, and dude is low-key doing crazy numbers that you are traumatized. I'll put that video here right now. So people can see and understand what I'm saying. So there was this issue of trust. You contacted me for me to tell my story about Mark-Angel, and then all of a sudden tomorrow you are posting a video of you and Mark-Angel. How can I trust that you really want to do this? And then we came again before Mark-Angel arrived in the meeting. We were now changing the thing about, okay, let's tell Mark, let's just ask for help, let Mark help you. So how do you expect that Denilson will just trust and just open up everything, in your presence? You didn't trust again that you were a good mediator between the two of them, because just everybody can reason this out. Everybody can reason this out. You planned on having him tell a story about Mark-Angel, and all of a sudden we saw you with Mark-Angel and you posted it by yourself. So it is not something that anybody can have 100% trust in you again. So Denilson didn't actually say everything he wanted to say in that meeting because he felt there was a compromise. And Lucky, you didn't say everything. There are still some details I know about how you met with Mark-Angel. But this is not a witch hunt. Just trying to clarify some things, because people have started ridiculing Denilson that he was given a blank check and all he talked about was rent. That's why I want to put this record straight. Rent was not the only thing that was said. It was the first thing that he asked for, because everybody, you can attest to the fact that for a man to have where to stay is a necessity. It's important. So we talked about equipment that night. We talked about featuring Mark, but lucky you didn't capture it in your video. That is why I'm making this video, to clarify these things. I don't know. I might make another video sometime talking about any other thing, but for now, this is just why I'm making this video, to clarify this fact.